Hi everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craft to Believe After, and welcome to another, which is going to be a very long, very random crochet amigurumi, I don't know what you want to call it, chat. So grab a project, grab a coffee, grab a tea. We are going to be chatting for quite a while, but let me get into the first of many things that I want to show you in today's video. Now, we have just gotten back from our trip to Paris. For those of you who are new to the channel, I live in Denmark, in Copenhagen with my family. We've been here since November 2020. We moved all the way from South Africa. So being in Denmark, we do have fairly easy access to many countries in Europe. So for us, going to Paris was a 1.5 hour flight. So very quick, very convenient, and I hope to see a bit more of Europe while we are living in Denmark. But that being said, we just returned. Many of you who have been with me for a while, you know that we were on a mini vacation during last week, going into Paris for the week. It was fantastic. I've seen so many amazing things. It was absolutely wonderful. It was extremely busy. It was extremely hot. I don't think I've walked that much in a very long time. So we were dead on our feet by last week Friday when we got our flight back to Denmark, but it was fantastic. Many of you would have seen some of the posts that I had made on Instagram and on YouTube, my community posts, of my bear, which I showed to you guys before our trip, which in the end, his name sort of, while we were on the airport, we were thinking about names. Now, I do love a good bit of alliteration. So we were sitting there, we were actually Googling names at one stage. A few of you gave us some lovely suggestions as well. But in the end, we decided on a name that was not linked to any person that we knew, because no matter what names we came up with, it always reminded us of something or someone or this or that or the other thing. And my husband at one stage said, well, let's just call it Travels with Tubby. And that name stuck. So this is Tubby, and you would have seen a bit of the Travels with Tubby. This is his gorgeous Mona Lisa pin that I bought at the Louvre. A few of you would have seen it as well. And I had very cute photos that I took of Tubby here and there. Now let me just tell you, Paris in the summertime is extremely busy. So I did feel a bit awkward at times to take photos. There's this one specific photo. There was this lovely old building in the background, beautiful gardens with beautiful flowers. I told my husband, I've got to take a photo of the bee just in front of those flowers, with the flowers in the background. And I was bending, I was on the grass, butt in the air. I was like crouching down, getting the perfect angle. When I turned around, my family were gone. Like, they just thought they did not want to be associated with this lady on her knees, looking very odd on the grass in front of this building. So I'll pop a picture in of the photo that I am referring to. But after that, I thought, okay, maybe I must be a little less conspicuous in taking photos of my bear. So with that amount of people around, I thought, okay, I'll try and sneak it in where I think there's not too many people watching me, because it did feel a little odd. But I enjoyed it. I still took a lot of photos. I will do a little like a very short mini vlog. I think Jaden, my son, he will help me to edit it. I hope to put that in Friday's Free Pattern Friday video. But anyway, I've now spoken for I don't know how many minutes, and you've only seen one thing that you have actually seen before. So Travels with Tubby, this was him. Now, during my few days in Paris, we were so tired in the evenings that I actually didn't get as much crochet done as I thought I would. But I did finish one project. And as you would recall, I took these Crochet Society yarns with me. So the purple, the white, that is the only yarn I had with me. I did find a very cute bear pattern, and this was the guy that I ended up making. A very cute, pudgy little polar bear. I really enjoyed this pattern as well. I do tend to gravitate these days towards these chubby little bears. You know, they're easy to make. This bear, for instance, the legs, the body, all of this is one piece. So you only attach the muzzle, the arms and the ears, and he doesn't even come with a tail. I did want to make him a summer bear. So I thought at one stage to make him, before I made his scarf, I did make him like this little tube and a little beach ball. And I just didn't like how that looked. So I went back to making the trusty scarves that I do like making for bears, although this one was part of the pattern. And then for this cute fellow, he received a Venus de Milo pin, which I put right there at the color change, because this purple, it just started to color change like midway through my scarf. I don't know if you can see, it's a very dark, maybe at the back you can see it a bit better. So a lighter purple, a dark purple, but right there in the front I put the little Venus de Milo. So of course I will link this pattern down below. Alright, so that was the one and only thing I completed. Now, believe it or not, you guys, I did not find a single skein of yarn in my entire holiday, which is surprising because Paris is not a small city. So everywhere we walked, and we walked a lot, I did not see a single yarn shop. So in the end, the items that I purchased while on holiday, although they are not yarn, they are towards my crafting. And I will show you a few of the very cute items that I picked up. The first thing I bought is this adorable Paris bag with this cute little pin. Just says Paris on it, but this bag was so cute. So when I saw it, I immediately picked it up. I loved it. It's a very good size. So actually, for the whole week, this little bear with, well, I used the majority, only the white. You know, the scarf was only a small bit of the purple. So the bear and this white yarn lived in this bag the whole week. So this was the first thing I purchased. A cute little small amigurumi sized project bag. The next thing I bought with these, this was when we were at the Louvre museum. Now that place is, if you only visit one place, if you ever get the chance to go to Paris and you only have one place to visit, let it be the Louvre museum. I have never been so astonished and astounded and in absolute awe of anything in my entire life. I mean, seeing those paintings, some of them are massive, massive wall-sized paintings, roof-sized paintings. I mean, it was astounding. The things we saw, they were amazing. And when we were in front of the Mona Lisa, now you've got to queue for a very, very long time to get to the front of where the Mona Lisa is displayed. There were a ton of people. You stand in a queue for a very long time. You only get to stand there for like a couple of seconds to take a photo, and then they rush you out, and the next bunch of people can, you know, get forward to take a photo. But just the thought that, like, the actual Leonardo da Vinci, like when he was alive, stood and painted that painting. I mean, and that goes for all of the paintings there. Like some person hundreds of years ago actually painted those things. I just couldn't get over it. It was so amazing. So like I say, if you ever only visit one place while you're in Paris, it has to be the Louvre. That was the absolute highlight for me. But anyway, some of the cute things I bought there. Of course, who doesn't love a cute tote bag? This one is from a whole series of artwork that's called, I think, Naples in Paris or something like that. But this one, absolutely a gorgeous bag. I loved it. The next one, of course, I had to buy something with the Mona Lisa on it. Again, I actually bought a few things with the Mona Lisa on it. So another very cute little tote bag with these cute pink handles. I love it. Then I did buy this cute notebook. Now, who doesn't love notebooks? And I mean, those of us who are crafters, crocheters, knitters, I mean, most of us just in general use notebooks quite a lot. And this was such a cute size. I absolutely loved this cute design on it. Very, very sweet. The only yarn related type of thing that I bought was this cross stitch kit. Now, if you've been here for a while, you know that I have gotten into cross stitch towards the end of last year. I really, really enjoy cross stitch, but I don't make big, massive things. So I just bought this little kit, which is for a bookmark. Now, they also had like an A3 sized, like a full portrait of the Mona Lisa. And my husband wanted me to buy that one. And I was like, there's no way that I will be able to complete that thing. I know my own abilities. I know my own concentration span. And this is the most I can commit to, knowing that I will be able to finish it. So this cross stitch kit is the only actual crafty thing that I purchased. Then I bought this lovely pack of handmade, or not handmade, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a paper, like a little, those sort of nice, it looks like old-timey type of paper that you can use for junk journaling or scrapbooking. So I just bought a little pack like this because I do want to make a little Paris holiday journal. Also another bigger notebook. This is an A5. Again, the Mona Lisa. I don't know why I was so in awe of that painting. I mean, there were a lot of things in that museum that I absolutely loved. But obviously this is probably the most famous painting in the world. I love it. Then, you guys, the next few things I want to show you leads me onto a little rabbit hole that I have found myself in. Just before our holiday to Paris, as I was scrolling Pinterest and Etsy and wherever else us crafters go to find inspiration, I have been seeing these little, I don't know what you'd call it, but I call it toys in tins. So it's not a new thing, it has been around for a while. Now, why this has grabbed my attention, I have no idea, because although I work with teeny tiny yarns, a lot of you would know I love working with Rainbow Cotton 8/4 or any fingering weight yarn as my preferred weight of yarn to work with. I don't really make miniature toys. But these toys in tins, and I'll pop a photo of just sort of to explain to you what I'm talking about. That was sort of in my mind as we went on holiday. So everywhere we went, like if it was a supermarket, if it was a souvenir shop, if it was a regular shop, if it was wherever, I was on the lookout for little tins. Now, I know you can get tins everywhere, you can buy them from Amazon. But I thought it would be fun to get a very cute looking tin while on holiday. Now, the first tin I bought, and I saw it at the supermarket just next to the hotel where we were staying, is this. It's like a soap. It's got soap inside. Now it's like a little soap tin. Now it does smell very, very nice. But anyway, so this was the first tin I bought. Caught my eye. It was a little retro looking, but it is a little small. So I kept my eye open everywhere we went if I could find a tin that's slightly bigger but would still fit this idea I had in my head for toys in tins. The next one I bought at the same supermarket actually, but on a different day, was this gorgeous round tin. So it's not a very high, or if you open it up, it's not a very deep tin. So this one has got licorice flavored, it smells really nice, licorice flavored little hard candies in it. But this one was a nice size, so I like the actual size of this round tin, but the lid comes off completely, so it's not one of those that just flips up, and that's actually what I was looking for. All right, so my travels, my search for the perfect tin continued. Then on Friday, on our way back home, so as we were waiting at the airport, I found 2 tins. Now the one is nearly perfect, but I think still a little small, but I will still use it. And it is this gorgeous, now does it want to focus? There we go. This gorgeous, like bright pink tin. This one has got caramels in it, which I haven't opened. So this one, I thought it was a good size. It's not deep enough yet. And then you guys, I found the perfect tin, and I could only find one, which I was really sad about, because if they had more, I would have purchased more. But it was this tin. Isn't this fantastic? It's a lot deeper. So for instance, if you put the 2 next to each other, you can see it is quite a bit deeper, so you can actually fit a nice sized like toy in a tin in here. So this one was fantastic. Now you guys, the moment I got home, I started working on this toy in a tin idea because I could not get it out of my head. It is going the same route as the froggies and the chickens. It is taking over my brain. And I, of course, had to make something to go into this tin. So there we have it, you guys. Whoop, my first toy in a tin. And I made this adorable little, now I can't even hold it, it's so small. This little strawberry person. Now I can't remember the designer, I will pop it down below. Now this sort of segues very nicely into the next thing I want to tell you about, and that is the strawberry shortcake make-along hosted by Ali over at, what is her channel name? Little Drops of Wonderful. So Ali, she is hosting this strawberry shortcake make-along where you can sort of make anything, either strawberry shortcake, you know, from the 80s TV show or the 70s, I don't know when she exactly was. I think we grew up with it in the 80s. But she's hosting a strawberry shortcake make-along where you can make anything, either strawberry related, summery fruit related. I will pop her video down below if you want to join in the make-along. Now this little cutie was so small, so perfect. Look at those little strawberries on top of the head. Oh, I loved it. This was such a cute make. So I will of course put the pattern down below, because this was actually a pattern, I think, of 5 different types of little dolls that you got in this pack. And she fits in perfectly in this little toy in a tin that I made. So I even gave her a window looking out over the Eiffel Tower. Of course, what else was I going to put for a view through the little window there? A little bunting. Plus I made, and I didn't make it very well, I must tell you this now, I was in a bit of a rush to get it done, but I made a little mattress just with some scrap fabrics that I had. A little mattress. Then I made this little a little blankie and a little pillow, all sort of matching that strawberry, like fresh colors. I love yellow, I've mentioned it before, it's one of my favorite colors. And then this little girl lives, well, it's actually supposed to be like this, in this little tin. So this is the first of my toys in a tin. Whoop. She doesn't want to stay in there. And then also my entry for the strawberry shortcake make-along, hosted by Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful. So if you guys want to join in, I think the make-along runs until the 15th of August. There's a number of places where you can post whatever you decide to make. But this is going to be my entry toy in a tin, and this little strawberry person. I absolutely love it. Alright, the next thing that you guys must take note of. Again, 15th of August is Granny Square Day. Yes, friends, who does not love a granny square? We all make them, we all love them. I mean, they are a staple of the crochet world. Now, in our trip during the holidays, I saw a massive amount of crocheted items, wearables, bags. It was astounding. I'm telling you, I don't think I understood how big crochet is at the moment. Crochet wearables. There were tops. There were granny square shorts. It was fantastic. A lot, and I mean tons of people wearing crocheted bags, granny square bags, and those crossbody fanny packs. I don't even know what you want to call them. Hip bags, fanny packs. I mean, the person who thought to take that odd looking bag that you wear like strapped on your hips and just turn it sideways to go over like a crossbody is a genius, because they took an item that was awful to wear and they made it one of like the most fashionable like accessories out there. Like, there were a ton of people wearing those fanny packs crossbody style all over the place, and I saw quite a few crocheted versions of it during our holiday. So for Granny Square Day, what will I be doing? I will be making the granny fanny bag. Now, sorry, I can't say that word without like bursting out laughing, and my husband just stares at me every time I say I'm gonna make the granny fanny. So the granny fanny bag, you guys, I'm gonna pop a picture in. It is a free pattern on Yarnspirations. I think it's Yarnspirations, but there is a tutorial done by Sarah from Repeat Crafter Me. So she does a full tutorial for this granny fanny bag. She uses retro stripes, which is exactly what I'm going to make my bag in. Now, this bag consists of 4 granny squares and a strap. So I mean, technically, how difficult can it be, and how time consuming? I don't think it's going to be time consuming at all. I mean, even I can manage 4 granny squares and a strap. So if you guys want to join me, grab some yarn. I'll pop the link down below for the pattern and the video tutorial. But if you just want to do anything related to granny squares, maybe we can do a little montage on the 15th of August. Pop like a little collage of all the granny square items that we made during the next few weeks. If you want to email me something, my email is down in the description box below. Send me a picture. Just put in the subject line Granny Square Day, and then we can do a little collage at the end of that video where I will show you my granny fanny bag and whatever else. Anyone who joined in with the granny fanny bag, let's make something cute. There's a ton of those fanny pack bags, crossbody, hip bags that you can make. There's literally a ton of it. But this pattern seemed quick and easy, and I don't want something time consuming. We are all in a mad rush these days. Everything is just, it feels like the world is rushing by at an immense pace, and I'm trying to fit as much as possible into the time I've got. So I'm not into massive projects. I think this one with as you know, a favorite yarn of mine is going to be fantastic. So let me know if you guys want to join in. As I say, whatever granny square project, even if you just make a granny square, send me a photo. We will do a little collage on the 15th of August. Try and get your photos to me a day or two before if you want to send me something, because I still need to edit the video to have it ready on the 15th. So make a note. The Strawberry Shortcake Mal by Little Drops of Wonderful, that ends the 15th. Granny Square Day, 15th of August as well. Alright friends, that's it. I've kept you busy for a very long time. It was so nice to chat to you guys again. I miss chatting to you guys. If it goes too long without me making a video, although I put a video out on Saturday, that was filmed before the holiday already. So I'm looking forward always to talk to you guys, finding out what you are busy with, getting some inspiration from all of you. You guys are fantastic. You are the best. I love being part of this community. I love chatting to all of you. That's it. I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you had a nice time hanging out with me. And I will see you very soon in another video. As always, friends, stay safe and stay crafty.